Hello friends, I'm Ashley, and today I'm going to be talking about the video I plan to post on Halloween of 2020. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. I kind of forget a lot of the things that happen in this video, so why don't we just start it and show the clips I still have of my old shoebox bedroom. Hello friends, so I'm about to start Crave, if you can kind of see. I really don't know much about it other than it's supposed to be like a really fun YA vampire book, but it has like every other magical creature you can think of. Also, it's supposed to be like very satirical, maybe, supposedly. So I'm hoping to laugh a little bit. We'll see. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. And yeah, I don't really know what else to tell you. I hope you don't mind my blue lighting, but I'm obsessed with my galaxy light and like I don't want to turn it off. So I hope you like it, because this is currently going to be what the lighting is going to be like for this entire video. I'm probably not joking. You know, if we really want to make it vampire-y, we could do this lighting the whole time. Hi, me. Okay, so I just got to chapter 3 and oh boy. So I know this is like supposed to be a knockoff Twilight, but this is like a knockoff Twilight. Okay, so the main character must have lost her family, like they died, and now she's going to live with her uncle and cousin, and her uncle owns a boarding school, so she's just gonna go to that boarding school, and it's like for her age people. So, but oh my goodness, it's very reminiscent of Twilight, and like I have to go to this place and I've been traveling and I hate everything. And they're going to Alaska. I don't know if I said that, but like, you know, Alaska was a big thing in Twilight for a while, and I just think it's really funny. But it's also like breaking the fourth wall. She's like, when did I become a main female character in a YA novel? And I was like, okay, I get it. And like the boarding school is like a castle, and it's a very medieval feeling, and there's like a chess, you know, you play chess game that has like vampires and dragons on it, and like all I can think about is how much I want that chest set. Like, can I please have that? That sounds so amazing. Like the queen was a vampire and there were dragons as like the pawns. Like that sounds so fun. I want that so bad. And then I'm assuming we just met the hero, but she's like, this guy is such an asshole, there's no way he's the hero of my story. And I was like, okay, we get it, thank you, we understand, we get it, we do, we understand what's going on. Is that what you're supposed to be doing? I don't think so. I don't think that's what you're supposed to be doing. Manny, you don't bite books. You don't bite books. That's not fun. That's not fun. Hey, Luna. You gonna tell him you can't bite the books? Huh? So, I'm on chapter 25, and the main character just got a gift from the love interest to Jackson. The gift was Twilight. He gave her Twilight, the book. is really name dropping like every famous supernatural vampire thing. Like, they were talking about Legacies, and I had never watched Legacies before, so I watched the first episode to understand what they were talking about. And like, it's just so, like, you think at this point she'd understand that she's going to a magical school, because honestly, like, her cousin would be like, oh, you can't trust that guy because he's a dragon. He's a drag. You don't want to hang out with him. He's so boring. And it's just like, so many times someone's like going to do something or going to say something, and someone's like, oh, I meant this other thing. I didn't mean dragon. You didn't hear me say dragon. I didn't say that. It's a little annoying how dumb the main character is. Also, I feel bad for all of the other kids in the school, because like, she's obviously the only like human, or like the only one that doesn't know what's going on, and like all these kids are like so used to just being themselves and like learning about themselves. Like, their library is catered to them, and it's just like, she walked in on someone doing like some type of magic, and the person was like, oh, I was just practicing my ancient languages. And just like, I don't know, maybe they should have just warned her that she was gonna go to a magic school and be the only human. Like, I don't think she's a human. I think she's a witch, but she doesn't know she's a witch. And like, clearly her cousin is a witch or something. Like, her cousin jumped 20 feet in the air. 20 feet in the air off of fluffy snow to grab a tree branch. And like, if that doesn't scream, you're not normal, I don't know what does, you know? To go along with the theme of the video, I am also watching the Vampire Diaries, because why not? Hello. So, last night I finished Crave, and I directly started reading the second book in the series. I did not plan on reading the second book in the series ever. I was just so intrigued. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Why not? We're having such a good time anyway. Like, I gave Crave a 4-star, and it was just a really good time. Like, I had a good time. I laughed out loud so many times, and I don't think it was supposed to be like funny, you know what I mean? Like, but like, I laughed anyway, because how am I not going to when the main character is gifted Twilight and she still doesn't understand that she's in a school with a bunch of supernatural creatures? Like, I couldn't, you know? It's really ridiculous. It really reminds me of just like enjoyment in books. Like, I don't know why, but I haven't been able to read like any fantasy books in the last couple months, because I just wasn't enjoying anything. And so I just started reading a bunch of thrillers, and that's not a problem or anything, but I just missed reading like anything related to fantasy, and I'm so glad that I was able to just like go back to my roots with some vampires and just take a good bite, you know? I love myself in this lighting. I'm so pretty. And look at my pretty ceiling. Look at that. Nothing will ever beat that. You look so cute. Are you comfy? You comfy? Huh? You comfy? You look comfy. So I'm about like 10% into Crush, and I might have to DNF. I won't say who or why or what the circumstances were, but there's a person that tried to repeatedly kill the main character in the last book, and she's acting like it's completely fine. Like, she's acting like he stole her pencil and not tried to murder her. Like, his hands were wrapped around her throat, staring her dead in the eye, trying to kill her. And she's like, I hate this distance between us. I wish we were still friends. Like, he's taking it too seriously. Like, I'm like, what? He tried to kill you multiple times. He tried to murder you multiple times, and you want to be friends with him? She's acting like she's, I don't know how to explain how much it's annoying me. I thought it was just me, because I'm kind of like a cynical person when it comes to books sometimes. I'm like, you gotta be mad at them longer. I always feel like people need to be mad at people longer in books. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm being silly. But no, like, he tried to kill her. Not once, not twice, 4 times. And in this book, she's like, oh, we were such good friends in the last one. You knew him for like a week. 1 week. And all that time, he tried to kill you 4 times in 1 week. Honey, please. Where's your brain? Where is it? Where is your brain? I know you were freaking stupid for how long it took you to figure out that everyone was a supernatural creature. But my God, are you kidding me? Are you... I'm so scary. So scary. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, no, goodness, you silly boy. Mimi. Mimi. To supplement not reading Crush, I will be reading Volume 10 of Vampire Night. Now, before anyone judges me, I bought like a set deal for cheaper if I got volumes 1 for 10, and I thought I was going to be obsessed with these, and I was, until they had the hidden sibling trope thing. So I just want to like get this over with, read the final one, and be done with it. You know, I don't want to waste my money. Just nothing has betrayed me as much as these, because I originally watched the anime, and I bought the books after I finished season 1 thinking I was going to be obsessed with this, as I was for season 1 and halfway through season 2, but you know, I was betrayed. I was let down in every way possible. So I have a couple of updates. I finished Vampire Night. It was fine. It was what it was, and I'm finally done with the series, so I love that. Or I mean, the books that I have. I think it goes on to like 20 books or something. Whatever. Anyway, I finished Vampire Night, and I started The Beautiful by Renée Ahdieh. And if you don't know what it's about a girl who flees France in like 1870s or something. And she flees because she kills a man that tries to sexually assault her, and she goes to New Orleans and she meets a bunch of vampires. And she's like a seamstress, so she's like making a dress. That's where I left off. Like, she was going to meet someone to make a dress, and then I started Crush again. I know I said I was going to DNF it, but I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I was like, I just want to know like what happens. So I looked up a really spoilery review, and the first spoiler, I was like, excuse me, that happens? What do you mean that happens? How does that happen? So I started reading it again. Look at how he's laying right now. Like, guys, move away a little bit. Do you see? He's just like cocooned in my pillows and blanket. Like it looks so comfortable. I'm almost jealous. Like, are you kidding me? Sir. And now I'm going to be watching this because, of course, Vampires versus the Bronx. This is a vampire vlog, and I'm excited. So I've had a very long day, but last night I got up to 20% of Crush. I don't know what that equates to the word count, but I'm having a really fun time. Like, I did not want to stop reading. I was very tired though, so I had to close my eyes. But yeah, it's like a very different tone than the first book. Like, the first book was kind of satirical, and I felt like the author was like really making fun of herself almost, and like the main character. And in Crush, I feel like she's taking it a lot more seriously. Like those that first part where I was gonna DNF, it felt like it was not going good. But after you get past that first part, it's like really good. Like I don't want to stop reading ever. I want to keep going and keep going because it's just so much fun. What do you think? Are you having fun too? Are you having fun too? It's a weird angle, huh? Yeah. Is it silly? Are you comfy? Mimi? Are you comfy? Are you comfy? You look so comfy. Yeah. Doesn't he, Soji? You look so comfy. So I just finished Crush. I don't want to wait till March to read the next book. I really liked it. It was very different from the first book, and I appreciated that. Kind of. I feel bad for people who like expect the same vibe as the first book. They're very different. Very different. And it did a lot of things I like a lot more in the second book than the first book. Which is so funny because those first like 100 pages were awful. Like I was ready to DNF. I put it on my DNF list on Goodreads because I thought I was never going to get past that. Like I was like, if this is how the whole story is going to be, I can't do it. But sometimes you just got to look up spoilers. You have to look up spoilers to care about a book. I don't want to say it's become one of my favorite books, but like it's up there. Like it's up there. And speaking of DNFing books, I'm going to DNF The Beautiful. I don't know why I even tried. I hate anything historical fiction, and like I can't. I've read her books before, but they weren't like this, you know, like I read The Wrath of the Dawn. I read I forget the other one. It was called like a mist or something like that. And mist or something like that. And I liked both those books a lot. But they were in a time period that didn't make me want to blow my brains out. So that was it. I do remember saying something about the Renée Ahdieh book. I have to clarify, I am not a historical fiction person at all, especially the 1800s. I don't know what it is about the 1800s that I despise, like in my soul. I despise the 1800s. I don't know why. But I do. I hate reading about it. I do find movies or shows with that time period kind of fun, but I don't want to be there for more than 2 hours like a movie. So yeah, I love Renée Ahdieh's books generally. And surprisingly, Crush like still became a book that I really enjoyed. Like I know I was gonna DNF it and like never try to pick it up again, but it became like one of my favorite things. Like it had one of my favorite type of magical events happening. In the ending part of it, it had a magical tournament, a competition. It had a deadly magical tournament, competition, game, whatever you want to call it. And that's like one of my absolute favorite things to do when you're at a magic school. Like you're gonna put a magic school in, you better believe that someone's gotta at least be seriously injured. Okay, I want some serious injuries. And that happens, and it's wonderful. I love it. I'm sure there's more things that I wanted to say about the books in the time that I was reading them. I generally can't even remember. I don't have a good memory. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this poo fest of a video. I was determined to put it out because I was determined to put it out, and I've finally done it, and I think I'm gonna upload it on Valentine's Day or the week after Valentine's Day. Who's to say? Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna sleep because I sleep when I'm not in front of the camera.